What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robbie and this is the Unmap Your Life project. So it is September and September 30th. If you've been watching my previous videos about me leaving my 9 to 5, I have mentioned this before, but September 30th will be my official last day of work or employment, should I say. My full-time federal employment will be ending. Bittersweet because, yeah, life kind of gets real. Anyway, so, and that just means I can go full throttle on my plant journey. Yeah, pretty interesting. So if you watch my last video, I am having trouble with my plants. I went out and purchased some plants a few weeks ago and they are not doing the best. In my last video, I was talking about the fact that I was a little disappointed in me spending so much money on these plants and they're dying. Which is fine. I'm no expert yet. I am still learning. I tend to go for plants that I like visually. I'm just like, ooh, that's a pretty plant, I'm gonna buy it. But really, I don't think about what it takes to care for some of these plants. And so in an effort to really hone in on learning how to take care of plants and growing plants, I am going to put forth a very real effort into educating myself and expanding my knowledge on how to properly take care of plants and grow plants. So today I decided to go out, pick up a few things. I needed to get a few things for work. I don't know what happened to my plant snippers, but I had to go out and get some more for work, and I don't know what happened to them. Unfortunately, I had to go out and buy some more, which I did not want to do, but what do you know? So I went to Home Depot, I went to Lowe's, I went to Walmart to pick up a few things, and I just kind of want to share. So here I have some snippers, I have some more. My dogs are being dogs. So if you hear something weird in the background, it's my dogs. So yep, some more stuff I needed for work. All right, so I also decided to do something a little different this time when it comes to plants, because I do not want to spend so much money on plants. I am deciding to look for clearance plants that are on sale. I figure if I go that route, one, I'm not going to be spending as much money, and two, I won't be so disappointed if the plant dies. Because right now I have one plant that is, I don't know if it's even going to make it. Oh my goodness, what are, okay, I'm going to go with it. What was I saying? My dogs, now I'm off track. I am deciding to look for plants on sale, and a lot of times the plants that, well, not a lot of times, I'm not going to say that, but so today I went to Lowe's, Home Depot, and Walmart to see if they had any plants on sale. They did have plants on sale, but these are the only two I found at Walmart that I was like, well, you know what, maybe I can give it a chance. So these are succulents. This one was $7. It is a succulent, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I am going to repot this one today, but this was $7. Not bad. A little bit more than what I want to spend, to be honest with you. It should be free, but also another succulent for $5. Not bad at all. I am going to repot this one as well. These, I don't even understand how did they let the plant get this bad. But yeah, so 2 plants, not too bad. So we're going to repot those. I did buy some other things. Now, I did say in my last video that I wanted to grow some veggies, and I'm going to pick up a few things. I did pick up some seeds, some peppers, some, what is this? Lettuce, spinach, tomatoes, more spinach. Okay, so, and this was on sale for $1, some strawberries. All right, honestly, yeah. I just want to test all of this out. Like, I am in an apartment, so I do know that I am very limited with what I can plant. I honestly don't know how the seeds are going to turn out. Let's just pray that something grows. Like, if I can just get something to grow, that's all that matters. I don't even have to, like, I just want it to grow. And then that lets me know I'll be on the right track. So I do have some soil. I do want to get some more stuff to mix, like have a potting mix. I watched a video, and this lady, she grows her own fruits and veggies, and so she has her own little personal potting mix. And I made a list of everything that she mentioned in the video, so I am going to try to recreate that potting mix. I did get a bucket from Lowe's where I am mixing some soil, and I'm going to use that periodically as I, need to repot or plant anything. And that is just about it. Yeah, so I just want to come and share that I am currently going to be trying to, what do you call this? Oh gosh, this is, I don't know how this is. I'm looking at this plant. So the goal is to really hone in on my planting and gardening skills by trying to rehab. That's what I'm going to call it. Rehab some plants. And if I can, honestly, if I can bring this plant back, because this plant is on the verge of death. But this is how I am going to practice. I just won't be able to afford to just buy a whole bunch of expensive plants. So I do think this would be my best route. But I am excited for this journey. I am finding that the part-time job that I have, I really enjoy taking care of the plants. I do enjoy the compliments that I'm getting with the plants. And so yeah, my confidence has increased significantly since me starting this job. I am happy about that. But yeah, I am not happy about my plant that I spent $25. I can't let that go. But yeah, so as of now, I am just going to practice rehabbing plants and see where that goes. I am trying to think if there's any other places where I can go find plants, or cheap plants, or maybe plants that the stores are just throwing away, and maybe I can just get them for free. So I'm gonna do my research on that, because I really won't be able to afford to just buy a bunch of plants. But I do have a lot planned for the future in regards to plants. I have so much to learn, because my goal is to eventually buy land and grow food, grow my own fruits and veggies, and then also have a beautiful, beautiful garden with beautiful plants and flowers. And so, yeah, before I invest into buying some land, I at least need to learn how to garden. Anyway, yep, that is all I have for today. In the next video, after I do some research, I may share how I am going to plant these seedlings. Honestly, I don't even know if, yeah, I'm gonna have to see if it's even a good time to start planting some of these seeds. I may not be able to because of where we are at the time. Some of these may not be. I don't know. It was like $2.19, so not expensive, right? So I may have to wait to plant some of these seedlings because of the time of the year it is. But yep, that's all I have. I just wanted to share that. So wish me luck. Also, if you have any tips and tricks on rehabbing plants and buying plants, you know, some of those plants, honestly, they don't look like they're going to be, you know, good candidates for rehab. And I don't want to risk buying plants that are just too far gone. So I got to keep that in mind as well when I go out trying to find some, you know, old plants. But other than that, yeah, let me know if you have any tips and tricks on rehabbing and then also planting these starting fruits from these little seedlings, especially since I am in an apartment. So that's another thing that I need to factor in. I am in an apartment. Can I provide these plants with the lighting, the spacing? And so there's a lot that I'm going to have to consider before doing the seeds. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Get in the comments for the tips on rehabbing some old plants, or not old, I'm sorry, rehabbing, you know, yeah, so let me know if it's worth buying. Well, I'm not gonna say, I do think it's worth buying some of these clearance plants, but I don't quite know how to tell if some plants are too far gone, because I mean, it's $5, but still, I don't want to waste my money if a plant is too far gone, you know. Other than that, like the video, subscribe to the channel to stay or you know, to stay tuned into my journey as I go on to become a master gardener, I guess. So I just added a new plant to my collection. I've had this plant before. I'm really excited to have gotten another one. I worked with some plants came in today while I was at work, and this was like one of the biggest ones. And so I think I want to add a few more because it fits really well with my decor. But my little collection is growing. So far I've added 1, 2, 3 new plants. I'm like just really excited to continue to add more plants to my collection because I do want my place to drape in a bunch of plants. So let's see what I got. All right, the fiddle leaf. I love this plant. I had another one. I think maybe it was, this is I'm 5'5", and this plant is, honestly, I think it's like 5 feet tall. But it goes really well in this corner here. I really love the way it fits with the decor. Yeah, I have to get a stick because this is pretty heavy and it's leaning, so I'm gonna have to get something to support. Because it's, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a stick to support that. It was kind of leaning, but yeah, we got some plants in while I was at work today, and I was like, I want to get this one. But my clearance plants, they're perking up. This succulent is looking good. This one is looking good as well. They perked up a little bit. I cleaned it up a little bit. This one may need watering soon. But yeah, these are turning out to be okay. And that one's turning out to be okay as well. In my turtle, my strings of turtle, my strings of turtles are doing really, really, really well. I wish I could get the string of pearls to do as good as these are doing. Also, I am propagating my pencil cactus in this cup. I just did that yesterday. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but here's my pencil cactus. I don't know if that's, yeah, it's doing pretty good. The growth is kind of slow on this one. I am not quite sure what to do to get this cactus to grow, but also my polka dot begonia, they're doing okay. This right here is bothering me though, but yeah. But there's the new member of the family, looking good. Hopefully it stays that way. All right, yep, so that's my new addition to the plant family. I definitely want to get a few more of the fiddle leaves. I'm gonna see how this one does next to the window. And there's a few, I think I have a corner over here, or let's see, that corner, where I could potentially put a shelf and have some plants of that. So I'm just trying to look for space, and I'm also hoping my dogs won't touch the plants. So far, they don't touch the plants, but as I add more, I am hoping, you know, it stays that way. I am going to start adding some plants in my bedroom as well. I am also hoping to get a lot of hanging plants to start hanging up around my apartment. I love plants that, you know, drapes down, so I do want to add a lot more. I am just trying to wait for clearance sales. I told myself I'm only gonna focus on buying plants that are cheap and easy to care for, and so I'm just waiting on a good clearance sale for more plants. I did see an orchid that was on clearance, but I did not buy it because orchids are one of those plants I have trouble with as well. I really wanted it, but I didn't buy it. But yeah, I may venture out to Walmart later on in the week to see if I can find some more clearance plants. Since they did have some, but they were too far gone, I think. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. Okay, bye.